All right, man, just woke up. Quick video won't be that long. Just some really quick thoughts. You may have heard by now that Jordan Peele, who produced both Get Out and Us, recently said, and I quote, "I don't see myself casting a white dude as the lead in my movie. Not that I don't like white dudes, but I've seen that movie." Now, during this report by The Hollywood Reporter, that is, he also stated that though the movie Get Out was clearly about race, emphasized race, Us did not. However, he does admit that putting black folks in the center of his movies is something that he will prioritize. Here are my thoughts, and it's probably not what you may think that it is. I have zero problem with what Jordan Peele said. In fact, I commend the idea that he recognized that making a movie centered around white people being the enemy was going to be a challenge, and his follow-up movie, Us, was a good move because he didn't allow himself to be pigeonholed into making the same old crap. Much like him already seeing, movies with white leads, we've already seen 100 times movies where black people have to see white folks as the villain. This is what I've always called on creators to do. Make original characters, and just because the characters are black does not mean that they have to have their race overemphasized or have to see white people as the villains all the damn time. All too often are those movies with black folks so predictable in terms of theme and core theme, and all too often are other characters tokenized. But while I have no problem with what Jordan Peele said, keep this in mind. What he said was both irrefutably prejudiced and discriminatory. Imagine if some white producer came out and said he does not see himself casting a black lead. They would lose their minds. The fact that this is being shrugged off by those types, those social justice types, that will pop a blood vessel if a white guy said this, just highlights the mere inconsistency of the average advocate of social justice. They see anything that attacks white folks as fair game. But me, I'm consistent on this matter, and I don't faint couch or pearl clutch when I hear someone say something like this. Me personally, I think that Peele is still limiting himself by having such a prerequisite. But if I have to choose between his approach and tokenizing established white characters, I'm going to choose his approach. With that being said, if you take no issue with what Jordan said, then shut the hell up crying when something like a comic book movie does not have enough minorities for you. And stop applauding the random ass race changes of established white characters. There's folks like Jordan Peele that exist, and there are plenty of original black characters. So either create new ones or expand on the ones that already exist. I don't expect, any consistency from you guys. Otherwise, y'all will be calling to cancel Jordan Peele for his comments. This is why I said that people that pearl clutch over racism or discrimination are for the most part full of crap. People aren't colorblind, and many people do have some sort of racial bias in certain human affairs. They only get offended when it's white folks that display that racial preference. Blacks, Hispanics, Asians, and so forth can display their racial preferences, but when white folks do it, man, people get to begging for access to their resources or flat out become offended at the idea that a white person would dare prefer white people like some black folks like Jordan Peele prefers black people. Y'all fools are a trip.